Hello everybody, welcome to IXL multiplying decimals I.5. We're going to cover I.5 and I.6 today. So multiplying decimals and whole numbers using word problems. Okay, so here's the question. Each sheet of metal is 1.8 inches thick. If Lamar stacks 3 sheets on top of each other, how thick will the stack be? So we have 1 is 1.8 and he has 3 stacks. So it's going to be 1.8 times 3. So we come here, we write down 1.8 times 3. Now we're going to write this as if the decimal isn't even there, okay? So 18 times 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. And then what do we ask ourselves? How many numbers are to the right of the decimal point? 1. So how many numbers need to be to the right of the decimal point in our answer? 1. Okay? So our final product is 5.4. 5.4. 5.4. Okay. Hakeem has a set of wooden boards. Each board is 7.5 meters long. If Hakeem lays 2 boards end to end, how many meters long will the line of boards be? Okay, each board is 7.5 meters long, and if he lays 2 boards end to end, how long will they be? Okay, so it sounds like we have 7.5, right? So that'd be 1 board and another board, so times 2. Oop. Okay, so 7.5 times 2 is the same as 75 times 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. How many numbers are to the right of the decimal? 1. So 1 number to the right of the decimal. So our answer should be 15 meters long. How many meters? 15. All right. A hose in a dessert factory pumps out 2.6 liters of chocolate syrup each minute. How many liters of chocolate syrup will the hose pump out in 4 minutes? So 2.6 a minute. How many in 4 minutes? Okay, well, we have 2.6 times 4. Now, you could just use the 2.6 and multiply from here, okay? Let's just multiply, but just imagining the decimal isn't even a part of this. So 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. How many numbers are to the right of a decimal? 1. So 1 number needs to be the right of the decimal there. Okay, so we're going to say 10.4 liters. 10.4. Okay, how about one more? A pulley can move 2.6 feet of rope per minute. How many feet of rope will the pulley move in 10 minutes? Okay, so now we have 2.6 times 10. Now, remember, you need to write the larger number on top, okay? So I'm going to write this as 10 times 26. So 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 1 is 6. Save the ones place. We're done with the ones. Now we're working with the tens place. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. Add up your partial products. 0, 6, 2. How many places to the right of the decimal? 1. Or how many numbers to the right of the decimal? 1. So you'll have the one number to the right of the decimal. So this will be 26 feet, 26. Okay. I'm going to, should we do one more? Okay, one more. A factory makes 1.8 kilograms of pumpkin pie filling per minute. How many kilograms of pie filling will the factory make in 7 minutes? Okay, so we'll come over here. 1.8 times 7. 8 times 7, 56. 7 and 1 is 7, plus 5 is 12. How many numbers to the right of the decimal? 1. So 1 number to the right of the decimal. So we should get 12.6 here. All right. These are pretty straightforward. Mostly just one-step problems, so I'm going to leave you to practicing that. Let's move on to I.6 here. So we're going to go to I.6. Okay, multiply 3 or more numbers, one of which is a decimal. Ooh. Okay, so 8 times 1.5 times 7. Now, the beauty of multiplication is that you can multiply any numbers in any order. So we could do 7 times 1.5. We could do 7 times 8. And then add the 1.5 or multiply that. You can do it in any order you like. So, I kind of like the idea of multiplying 8 and 7 first. So 8 times 7 is 56. So I'm going to do 8 times 7. Well, and then it's times 1.5. So I'm going to do 8 times 7 first. So 8 times 7 is 56, and then 56 times 1.5. Okay, so 56, now right here, 56. So 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 8. Okay, I'm done with the ones place, so I put a 0 in the ones place. Now I'm working in the tens. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. Now I add them up. 0, 14, 6, 8. How many numbers to the right of the decimal? Just 1. So 1 number to the right of the decimal. So let's see. 84. All right, next one is 2.9 times 4 times 10. Well, I know 4 times 10 is 40, so I can set this up as 2.9 times 4 times 10. Okay, so here we are. And I'm just going to say, okay, well, I know 2.9. I know 4 times 10 is 40, so I'm just going to write this as 2.9 times 40. 0 and 0. Then I have 0 in the ones place. Or 0 times 9 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0, right? Then we're moving on to the tens place. So 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. Now I add. And how many numbers are to the right of the decimal? Just 1. So we get 116. Okay, let's do one more. 10 times 10 times 5.92. So here we've got 10 times 10 times 5.92. Okay, well, 10 times 10, that's 100, times 5.92. And now I'm going to multiply as if this was 100 times 592. Okay? Now, I'm going to multiply this just as if you would using standard algorithm, but I'm going to talk about, and maybe you already know this, a little shortcut too, okay? Whenever you're dealing with numbers in the tens, either 1, 10, 100, 1,000, okay? You can just tack the zeros on. Okay, so there's 2 zeros there, so we know that this number times 100 is just going to have 2 zeros added to it, okay, or attached to it. But let's go ahead and multiply it out anyway. So in the ones place, we have 0, 0, 2, because 2 times 0, 2 times 0, and 2 times 1 gives us 200. Save the ones place. Then I'm moving on to the tens place. So 9 times 0 is 0. 9 and 0 is 0. 9 times 1 is 9. Then I'm done with the tens place. I'm moving to the hundreds place. 5 times 0. Oh, I need to save the ones place and the tens place now. Now I'm dealing with the hundreds. Hundreds. Okay. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. Now I can add up my 3 partials. First, ones place is 0, tens place is 0, hundreds place is 2, thousands place is 9, 10,000s place is 5. We wait to put our comma after our decimal. How many numbers should come to the right of the decimal? 1, 2. So we'll have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal in our answer, 592. Okay? Now you see how we have 5.92 times 100. You could just write 592, attach 2 zeros because it's 100, and then how many numbers are to the right of the decimal? 1, 2. So you'll need 2 numbers to the right of the decimal. See how fast that was? Okay, so 592 is our answer here. Okay, let's do una más. So in this scenario, we've got 2.03 times 3 times 2. Okay. I like multiplying the whole numbers first, so I'm going to do that. 3 times 2 is 6. So I'm going to multiply 6 times 203. So I'm going to write 203 times 6. 6 and 3 is 18. 6 and 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 6 times 2 is 12. And how many numbers are to the right of the decimal? 1, 2, 1, 2. So I put my decimal place where there's 2 numbers to the right of the decimal, 1, 2. So 12.18. Okay, there you have it, folks. I hope that was helpful. If not, drop me an email or leave a question in the comment on Schoology. Adios.